Oh, I feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. The street life used to be on. Straight up hustling till the break of dawn. Taught me how to do wrong right. Everything is tight.
Welcome back, welcome in. It is the Teebs and KidPhoenix versus podcast. Fresh off of new logos that were debuted on socials if you saw them. Fantastic work done by Teebs.
Thank you.
He's the creative genius behind this whole thing. I mean, the artistical part anyway. You know, when it comes to when it comes to
No,
the
you were
socials,
right the first time. You were
when
right.
it comes to the socials and the
Yes.
Teebs is the art, I'm the idea man.
You do good work on the socials. I do not do good work on the socials, but I'm trying to get better out there.
That's fine. We appreciate you. Hey, all we ask is that you try. That's all. We appreciate everything that you can give the people. I'm not trying to. I'm not being patronizing. I'm really
Sounds
not.
a little patronizing. I don't know.
All right. Anyway, let's just
I'm
move on.
feeling patronized right now.
Let's move on. If you're watching on the YouTubes, you are in for a treat because this is special because you can see everything that is about to happen. You may see a little thing, a little John that says Pathfinder, pathbuilder2e.com. I don't know how I got Teebs to agree to this. I'm sure I'm going to pay for it later down the line. But this is the character creation podcast. Teebs has agreed to do a Pathfinder character based on the rules of Pathfinder Society. Teebs, when is the last time you played any organized tabletop game?
Listen.
It could be Pathfinder, it could be D&D, it could be Vampire, whatever it was.
Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never participated in any activity as nerdy as role-playing. Okay?
I call bullshit. Because you have told me about some Vampire RPG that you played in high school.
It's called Vampire, bro, and it's not an RPG. It's a lifestyle, okay?
Are you out here, like, quenching your thirst, so to speak? Like, when you say lifestyle, what exactly do you mean by that?
Nothing. It was a joke, and it did not land.
You did not land that plane at all. You did not. So here's how this is going to work.
Listen, I'm letting you know right now. This is where I draw the line. Okay, listen. I'm not doing any LARPing. It's not happening.
I never asked you to do any LARPing. I never asked you to do that or any cosplay of any kind. You dressed up as the only black person from Alien, and we're happy. The people are happy that you did something. You tried something. So here's how this is going to work. We are both building level 1 characters to be played in Pathfinder Society. If you don't know what Pathfinder Society is, it is the organized play for Pathfinder. It is similar to D&D Adventures, if you're familiar with D&D. I prefer Pathfinder simply because it is way more streamlined, and I tried to explain this to Teebs, and his eyes rolled in the back of his head.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Should I tell you about the action economy, or should we just get into this?
We can just get into it.
Alright, here's how it's going to work. As you can see, we have the tabs here, and what we're going to do is, we're going to let the universe of the die decide what both of us are rolling. Ancestry, we're going to go with the commons, so there's 8. So there's dwarf, elf, gnome, goblin, halfling, your stereotypical plain old human, the leshy, and the orc. There's 8. So what we're going to do is, we're going to use the Google Die Roller to ascertain what ancestry each of us are doing. And then on a separate one is a 25-sided die, something that doesn't exist except for online. We're going to use that for our classes because there are 25 of those. So this is completely, utterly random. After that, we have the choice of what we want to build. Sound good? Sound like fun?
Sounds great. I'm going to need some explanations along the way, but
Good. I am your trusty, not so dusty GM because I have great experience in this. Here's a little disclaimer. We are not min-maxing this thing, okay? I fundamentally do not believe in min-maxing because, in my opinion, it takes away from creation, okay? I am all about creating the kind of character that I want, as opposed to being like, oh, I'm going to create my player this way because I'll have the highest spells or I'll deal the most damage. Maybe I want to roll a certain character a certain way. So we are not min-maxing. We are creating right off the dome on this podcast. It's exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
so maybe you could help explain to me, because theoretically, if I had played D&D, I would have played it.
It's no theoretically. You've done it. I know you've done
25 years ago. Maybe you can explain to me why Pathfinder is preferable over.
So I prefer Pathfinder because of two things. Paizo is better than Wizards of the Coast.
Who's Paizo now? Is that some kind of wizard or
No. Paizo is a branch it's an offshoot of Wizards of the Coast. Like a lot of the guys from Wizards of the Coast went on to form Paizo. That's all that is.
Got it.
And how they have created their game, it's a lot better as far as like open sourcing, like people like regular Joes. Like if we wanted to create Pathfinder content, we could write it up. You could do all the drawings. We could do that.
So what you're saying is you can make modules for Pathfinder without going to court is basically the only difference.
Isn't that enough? Isn't that good enough?
I mean, that's pretty good.
So the only other the difference between Pathfinder that I like as opposed to D&D is that I love the action system of this game. So I'm going to explain it. Every turn, when it's your turn, you have 3 actions. Some things take 1 action, some things take 2 actions, some things take 3 actions. If you use all of your actions, that's your turn. For example, a move is considered 1 action. An attack is 1 action. Some spells can be 1, 2, or 3 actions. Certain feats can be different amounts of actions. It's all based on the power of 3. And Teebs just lost. Again, eyes roll in the back of his head. Alright, let's just start. Alright, classes, we're gonna do it this way. The Google Die Roller. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick. And as you can see, I'm rolling the dice. It is a D8, 1 through 8 for classes. So Teebs, we're gonna go first. And that is a 1. You, my friend. So for Ancestry, you, my friend, are a dwarf.
Love it.
And that is not, I'm not trying to insult you in any way because you're inches shorter. You're
I see what's happening here. I see what's happening. Okay. All right.
So
this is fine.
You have boost to your constitution, which helps with HP, your wisdom, and you have a boost to anything you want. Could be strength, could be intelligence, whatever you want. The flaw in being a dwarf, as you know, your life in general, is that you have a flaw in charisma.
Yeah. So basically, the dwarves are short, love money.
Yes.
Big noses. So they're the Jewish people of this world, is apparently.
God damn it. Jesus.
What you're telling me right now.
Oh my god. I can't believe that just happened. Can you warn me when you're gonna do shit like that, please? God damn it.
It's not my fault. You're making me play this racist game right now.
The Teebs and KidPhoenix versus podcast categorically disagrees with everything that Teebs said about the Jewish people. God damn it. Okay,
I didn't say...
moving on.
Okay,
moving
fine.
on. No, we are moving on.
I apologize. I don't. Do I? Okay,
we are
fine.
moving on.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 on the old Ancestry D8, so I'm playing a gnome. something that I've never played ever in my freaking life. Okay, so gnomes are short and hardy folk with unquenchable curiosity and eccentric habits. Well, I agree with the first part of that. I get boosts to constitution, charisma, so I guess I'm the talker of our pairing, which I guess kind of works. But I have the flaw in strength. So we both make up for each other's flaws. This is good. This is good. So there are a lot of different backgrounds here. If you're a dwarf, you can just be straight up warrior. You can be detective, emissary. There's gladiators here, hunters. What are you thinking? Is there anything that comes to mind that you can play drunkard if you really wanted to?
Can I? I would love to play drunkard right now.
Drunkard. Hey, you can be an undertaker. That's fun.
Nice. Can I be the Undertaker?
I don't know if you can be the Undertaker because the Undertaker is like 6'10".
Oh, that's true. Are we rolling for this, or we're just? So this is a sub.
So your background is, yes, it's a subset of your ancestry.
What's my class?
Class is ancestry. You're a dwarf.
No, what's my class?
We haven't done class yet.
How am I
going to
pick a
first?
job if I don't know what my class is?
All right, that's fair. That is fair. Here on the list there are 25 classes. So because a D25 die doesn't exist anywhere except for on the internet, we're gonna have to roll. Yeah, I know. There's the fine advertisement for Smith Volkswagen there.
Is that a Tiguan? That looks pretty tight.
That is a Tiguan, in fact. So Teebs gets 10. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You, sir, are a gunslinger.
So wait a minute.
There's guns. Gunsling. Yes,
there's guns in this world.
There are guns in this world. That is correct.
I don't understand this world.
It's a great world. That's all you need to know.
Explain to me how there are guns in this world.
There were guns in D&D.
There were, but they sucked. Certainly, no one would ever want to be a gunslinger.
Well, listen, it doesn't have to be firearms, but you're also an expert in crossbows.
That's whack.
So you have that.
No, I'd rather have the guns.
All right, he'd rather have the guns. So Teebs is a...
What are we talking about? Flintlock pistols here?
Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see when we go to this little tab that says Add Weapon. So, okay. Teebs, you're a dwarven gunslinger. What's your background? What do you think you want your background to be?
Well, clearly, I have to have some kind of hunting or gunsmithing background.
Well, there you go. There is in fact a gunsmith background.
There you go.
From a young age, you apprenticed to an experienced gunsmith, and over time, your skill and knowledge rose to match that of your master.
That's right.
You can choose any 2 ability boosts, but one of them has to be either intelligence or dexterity, and then the other one is free. You can put that wherever you want.
Got it.
You are also trained in crafting and engineering lore. And then you also get the quick repair skill feats we will explain.
Okay.
Teebs is a dwarven gunslinger with the background of gunsmith. So I need a class. And we get a 20 on the die. Nat 20 if it were. 5, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Hey, I'm a gnome sorcerer. How about that? One of us uses guns, the other one uses magic.
No one ever approach us.
No.
I hope to God we never get into an actual melee. It's all over forever.
Yeah. The melee's over before it even starts. Like, they're literally bringing knives and swords to essentially a gunfight. A literal gunfight.
Right, but if they get in close.
If they get in
that's
close.
A wrap.
It's a wrap. It is kind of a wrap. Anti-magical would be kind of funny, but I'm not going to do that because that's rare, and I'm not using rare class.
What the heck is anti-magical?
So anti-magical, magic has never worked quite right around you. Perhaps you become a magic user in spite of that, or perhaps you use your own unique ability to fight magic users. I don't know. Sounds kind of interesting, but I don't know. Maybe not not for me. Like elementally infused.
So
That's
quickly,
fun.
what's the difference between a sorcerer and a wizard and a witch and all the spell casting classes, please?
Okay, I'm gonna try to break this down. So, sorcerers, your spell list is based off your charisma. Wizards, it's based off of your intelligence. Witch is the same thing, but your spells are more tied to a familiar in some way, shape, or form.
Okay. And when you say
And people
spell
and
list,
people are going to like correct me in the comments. Like I already know it's gonna happen, and I'm fine. I'm open to that.
and when you say spell list,
We'll get there. We'll get
okay,
there.
fine.
You're not a spell user. You don't have to worry about that. Let's see. Occult librarian. That seems like fun. Planar migrant. Revenant. I kind of like the fact that there we go. Scholar. There we go. You have a knack for learning and sequestered yourself from the outside world to learn all you could. Gee, that sounds like me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the scholar. I'm gonna go with the scholar of Arcana. We're gonna do that. So Teebs is the dwarven gunslinger. Now we are building level 1 characters, so we're not getting crazy with this. Like we're not saying, hey, let's scroll all the way down here and let's build it a level 20. No, because we'll be here all freaking night. Nobody wants that. Teebs certainly does not want
I
that.
do not.
All right. So let's go to your abilities. Pathfinder is a little bit different. There is no rolling die or anything like that anymore. You don't have a 16 or whatever in dex. You get the boosts, right? So here, you already have a boost to your constitution, as you can see, +1, right here, as you can
Mm-hmm.
see. You have a boost to wisdom, as reflected here, +1. But the flaw is your charisma, so you're here to -1. So all that makes sense so far?
Got it.
Now, with this 4th boost here, you can take an additional one to one of these 4: strength, dexterity, intelligence, charisma. So you could offset your charisma and say, hey, I don't want to have to take a -1 penalty to all my charisma based checks. Or you can up the ante on some of your other stuff.
I don't care. I'll be ugly and unlikable. I'll just take some more decks, please.
Which is going for more dex. So right now, with your boost, you're at +3. And background boost, so 1 for your background as a gunsmith. Per the description, 1 has to be dexterity or intelligence. Which one would you like?
Intelligence.
So he's going to take the background boost in intelligence, so as reflected +1. And then the other background boost is whatever you choose. So any of the 6 here.
Wisdom.
Teebs is going to go wisdom as reflected +2. And then the class boost gives you dexterity. Now, you also have these 4 additional free boosts here that you can distribute. So where would you like those to go?
Strength, dex, wisdom, and strength, dex, con, and wisdom.
Strength, dex, con, and wisdoms. After Teebs' ability boost, he has a +1 to all his strength-based checks, a +2 to all of his cons, a +3 to his wisdom checks, +3 to dex, which is important if you're a gunslinger, because I believe dex will help you reload. Intelligence +1 and charisma -1. So we'll finish that up. So Teebs is all set to go with his abilities. And now, your skill tree.
All right, so I see some skills here. Let's go
So
with
let's explain to the people. So acrobatics goes without saying what acrobatics are. Arcana,
Wait a
knowledge.
minute. Hold on a second. What the hell is TEML?
Okay, all right. So the T means you're trained in it. Basic bonus. So you
Got
get
it.
basic bonus. So you get proficiency 3 plus your modifier. E is expert. is master, L is legendary. We don't have to worry about
Got it.
EML on this podcast right now. So you have 4 skill selections to add to acrobatics, which is self-explanatory, arcana.
Hold on, let me see if I can get through this. Arcana
Okay.
is magic, is knowledge of magic.
Yes.
Athletics is just general athletic ability.
Yes.
Crafting is putting shit together. Deception
Yes.
is lying to people.
Yes.
Diplomacy is not lying to people. Intimidation is
Scaring the shit out of
intimidating,
people.
scaring the shit out of people. Lore, engineering is understanding of engineering. Medicine is healing people.
Yes.
Nature is understanding nature.
Yes.
Occultism is understanding occult symbols and shit like that.
Let's go.
Performance is like poetry, singing, bard shit. Who cares?
Teebs is locked in. He's locked in.
Religion might refer to knowing all the local religions of the area that the game is going to take place in.
Deities and such, yes. All right, Teebs is locked in. He's locked in. 4 more.
Society is understanding the political situation of the game where shit might be happening.
Here we go. 3 more.
Stealth is sneaking around. Survival is learning how to stay fucking alive in the wilderness. And thievery is how to steal shit from people. Thank you.
Yes. There
All
we
right.
go. All right, Teebs, I just have to say, I need your nerd card because I need to add some things to it.
Great.
Because I need to add to your nerd bona fides.
Nice.
Okay. So after all of that, you know all of this. Somebody that's never played tabletop before, you sure know a hell of a lot. Your remaining skill selections, you have 4 of them. What else would you like to be trained in?
So I can't up any of those from trained to expert
Not
by
at
adding points.
Not
Okay. I'm going to go intimidation.
Okay. Now be careful because that is a charisma check and you're already at -1. So your bonus would only be +2.
It's charisma only?
Intimidation is a charisma-based skill.
That's whack. Give me athletics.
Athletics, here we go.
Give me... Oh, okay. So it tells me what their base right there. And
So
like,
over here,
I see it.
Yeah, there you go. So after TEML, you'll see these 3 things. The first column is what the skill is based off of. What ability the skill is based on. Proficiency is dependent on your level, trained, expert, master, legendary. So proficiency would be 3 here. And then item is, of course, any items that give you extra bonuses to your skill.
All right. Forget intimidation.
No intimidation.
Give me survival.
Survival.
Give me medicine.
Medicine. He's working out the 3rd one. Or the 4th one.
Give me nature.
Nature. Good. Nice choice. All right. So Teebs has his abilities and his skill training. So Teebs is done. AC 16, 20 hit points. And as you can see up here are your pluses and minuses. You have +7 for fortitude save, which is,
That sounds great.
fortitude. Reflex, how quickly you dodge things, and will is how much you are not fooled and, having strong will.
All right, now let's talk about saving throws. Now, where are those?
I just said that's what they are. Fortitude saving throw, reflex saving throw, will saving throw.
What is this?
Way to pay attention.
I don't have saves against wands and staves. I don't have saves against death.
No, they're all encompassed in these 3 saves. These are
That is
all the
exciting.
saves. And they are... Alright, so for me, my abilities. So I have Ancestry boost to Strength, to Con, Charisma, and Strength as a Sorcerer. And since I'm a Sorcerer, my key ability is Charisma. And since I'm a Sorcerer, I want to be able to cast a bunch of fucking spells. So all the Charisma that I can get my hands on, I'm doing that. I know I said I'm not min-maxing, but listen, I need to cast spells, so Charisma is important.
Sounds like you're min-maxing.
So strength. So I don't need strength for anything because I'm a sorcerer. What do I need strength for? So I'm gonna go with. I like to be a little bit. I like to be quick. So I'll take one ancestry boosted dexterity, and then for my background boost, one has to be either intelligence or wisdom. So I will put one background boost in intelligence. Then I have a class boost for charisma. I have 4 free boosts that I will apply to dexterity, charisma, constitution, and in I'll do wisdom on the 4th one. So those are my starting ability boosts. Skill training, I automatically get Arcana and Lore Academia, which is awesome because I'm a scholar. I love that. So I'm also going to go with Diplomacy, since I'm the talker of our pairing, obviously. I need to be able to talk before Teebs is like shooting guns in people's faces.
Good luck.
But then I'm also going to take a skill in, let's go occultism for 1, and we'll go with, I'm between acrobatics and deception. I'm a gnome. I'm probably not going to be intimidating anybody, so I'll go deception, and we'll finish with that. So my AC is 15 hit points. So AC is armor class. That means that's how strong your defenses are. That's the easiest way I can explain it. I have pretty average saves, 5 fortitude, 5 reflex, 6 will. Alright, back to Teebs. Your heritage. Oh, I did not mention this. You, as a dwarf, you have dark vision.
I would hope so. Since I fucking live underground.
You also have something called singular expertise. You have particular expertise with guns and crossbows that grant you greater proficiency with them and ability to deal more damage. So you get a +1 for all damage rolls with firearms and crossbows.
So what you're saying is I have a particular set of skills.
Okay. Jesus. He's creating Liam Neeson. That's what he's doing. And then he's also got a free feat. Free feats are good. It is called Quick Repair. For you, the repair activity loses the exploration trait, and instead of repairing something, it takes you 1 minute instead of 10 minutes to repair something. If you're a master, it takes you 3 actions, and if you're legendary, it takes all of 1 action to repair something.
Just like real life.
Your heritage, you have a couple of different choices here. You have the Anvil Dwarf, which is a descendant of a famed crafter. You have a Forged Dwarf. You get fire resistance with this one. You have the Rock Dwarves. So you get +2 to your Fortitude saves. And
I see something very interesting here.
go ahead. Oh my god.
How about the Death Warden Dwarf? What's that about?
The Death Warden Dwarf. Your ancestors were tomb guardians, and their power to ward off death passed on to you. If you roll a success on a saving throw against an effect that has the void trait, or was created by an undead creature, you get a critical success. So if you roll a saving throw against any spell, any feat, any attack that has the void trait, or attacks against undead creatures. That's actually pretty hardcore. Situational, but hardcore.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be Rick from The Walking Dead is what I'm gonna be.
Alright, so Tease is a Death Warden Dwarf. So here are your feats. So you have an Ancestry feat. All of these that are highlighted here, this is what you have access to. All of the other ones here, they're grayed out. You can't have them because you don't have either the requirements or you're not the right level.
Alright.
So take your pick. There's a lot here. Adaptive Vision. Clan Pistol is interesting. Clan Pistol seems like fun.
I already have it.
So Clan Pistol, this is different. You display your lineage with a Clan
Hold
Pistol.
on. I
Go
thought I
ahead.
had the orange ones. Oh no, I just have the. Wait, what do I have already?
So you don't have anything yet. You have access to anything that is not grayed out.
Right. What's the orange mean? They're uncommon.
The orange just means it's uncommon. The blue ones mean they're rare. I will stipulate that uncommons are fine.
I All right, and I have 4 of these that I can pick from.
You have one ancestry feat that you can pick right now.
One, I'll take clan pistol.
Clan pistol. You display your lineage with a clan pistol rather than a dagger. You get one clan pistol of your clan for free, as it was given to you at birth, and it replaces your clan dagger. If you selling this pistol is a terrible taboo and earns you the disdain of other dwarves. However, in addition, when your clan pistol is visible, you get a circumstance bonus of +1 to gather information or make an impression when interacting with citizens of your region or their allies. Pretty good. For somebody that doesn't talk, you're very adept in society.
It's not that I don't talk.
You're just bad at it. Class feats. So you only have 7 of these available to you right now. I just love how this is called Hit the Dirt. I think that's awesome. Alright, sword and pistol. So you can wield a firearm in one hand and a melee weapon in another. That's fun. Cover fire. You lay down suppressive fire. Like, you can lay down suppressive fire so I can get behind something so I can cast spells. That's fun. Blast lock. Sometimes taking the shortest distance between 2 points involves removing an obstacle or 2. You shoot your gun at a lock within 10. So basically, you can use your gun to pick locks, which is amazing.
Yeah, that seems like that would come in handy.
All right, blast lock it is, unless you.
Although I'm not a thief, so what's that one?
So munitions crafters.
Yeah, we're doing that. I read 3 lines of it. That's what's happening.
Okay, bullets and bombs can be scarce in some parts. You've learned how to make your own. Okay, that's all. Teebs is happy with all of that. All right, so Teebs, last
Mhm.
thing as a level 1 gunslinger. You need a way. You need your gunslinger's way. You have Way the Drifter, Way the Pistolero, Way the Sniper, Way the Trigger Brand, Way the Vanguard. Each has its different.
I feel like this character is moving towards Way of the Drifter.
Way the Drifter. Teebs is a wanderer traveling from land to land with your gun and a melee weapon as company. Maybe you learn to fight with blade and pistol as a pirate, mastered the hand cannon and katana. Yeah. So you get the slinger's reload. You get a reloading strike. And you get a way skill, deeds. You get some cool shit here. All right. So Teebs is a Way of the Drifter. So this grants him into the fray. Anytime you roll initiative, you know trouble can lurk around every corner. You can interact to draw a one-handed ranged weapon and then interact to draw a one-handed melee weapon. So as soon as you roll initiative, your gun and knife are out.
That's, again, just like real life.
You also have reloading strike. So you can make a melee attack and reload your gun in one fluid movement. That is some John Wick level shit right there.
I'm forming John Wick right now.
I'm not against this, actually. So you have the free feat in quick repair. You also get alchemical crafting. So you can use the craft activity to create alchemical items. Always fun. All right, let's get me out of here. So I am the gnome scholar sorcerer. Heritage, this is gnomes. So vivacious gnome, interesting. Chameleon gnome, color of your hair and skin is mutable. So I get +2 circumstance bonus to stealth checks, but I'm not really stealthing for anything. The Wellspring Gnome, so choose Arcane, Divine, or Occult, and I get 1 cantrip from that Magical Tradition spell list. I like free cantrips, they're free spells, so we're gonna go with the Wellspring Gnome here.
Yeah, but they don't do anything.
Cantrips are pretty powerful if you know what you're doing.
Do
So
you know what you're doing?
it's been a while since I ran a sorcerer, so this could be fun. So my ancestry feat, gnome obsession. You might have a flighty nature, game gnome obsession, and different lore subcategory. No thanks. Life-giving magic. Eh, that's what potions are for. Unexpected shift. Anytime I take damage from an attack, spell, or other effect, my supernatural connection causes me to phase from reality when under threat, disappearing for split seconds before reappearing, often surprising you as much as your enemies. Yes, we're going to do that. Now, with bloodlines. So, bloodline has to do with the kinds of exemplars, and it gives me
What
free.
now?
So, bloodlines essentially dictate what kinds of spells I have access to. I already see which one I'm going to do because I am Kid Phoenix on the Teebs and KidPhoenix podcast. There's a Phoenix bloodline, so that is 100% what we're doing.
A little on the nose.
Might be a little on the nose, but whatever, we're doing it anyway. Wellspring magic type, I'm going to go with arcane, so I get one cantrip from the one free cantrip. Alright, back to you. We need to give you some Teebs. We need to give you some weaponry.
I love weaponry.
You love weaponry. So, we're going to go here to add weapon. Now, I can make it very easy and click on this tab that just says proficient. And this is everything that you are proficient in. I can also do quick searches, all types. I can go firearms.
Okay. I need some guns, clearly.
Teebs needs guns, lots of guns. So we have what's tickling your fancy here as you look down the list?
Okay, I don't see an AR-15.
No, okay. We're not oh god damn it. Jesus Christ.
Uh,
How about a
musket.
flintlock musket?
Jesus Christ. We'll
There you
do the
go.
flintlock pistol.
There you go. Alright, so the flintlock pistol is going to cost you 6 gold.
Actually,
Reload.
scroll
Okay,
down.
I'm scrolling down a little bit more. Pepper box, shield pistol, slide pistol, spoon gun. The hell is a spoon gun? Okay, it's a hand cannon. Has the scatter trait. Uses cutlery or small-sized objects as ammunition instead of bullets.
Now,
Wow.
what's the slide pistol?
Slide pistol, also known as a harmonica gun. This weapon is essentially a stock, a trigger, a firing mechanism attached to a sliding brace of barrels that can each hold a round of ammunition.
Don't get it.
I feel like that's something we need an image of.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
maybe I'll just do a quick. Sorry, this is what happened. So that is essentially that's kind of what a slide pistol looks like. Well, oh wait, why didn't I just say? Yeah, Pathfinder 2E. I'm sure there's a. There we go. All right, so right there is the picture of a slide pistol.
Gross.
Yeah,
No
I know.
thanks.
No thanks. Pass. Hard pass.
Okay, so I'm gonna quit effing around.
Yeah, quit effing around.
We're gonna go with the hand cannon.
I will say there is something here called a dwarven scatter gun. I'm just gonna put that
Oh,
out
let's
there.
take a look at that.
The dwarven scatter gun is a powerful weapon designed to take advantage of a dwarf's sturdy frame. It fires a large paper cartridge stuffed with black powder and knuckle-sized lumps of metal, creating a devastating burst so destructive that a foolish dwarf might find themselves catching painful ricochets when firing too close to a target. Largely aesthetic feature with no real mechanical benefit. Ammo cost is 5 rounds for 1 silver piece, but you can build your own. So, I mean, range is 50 feet, which is good. This is a 2-handed weapon, though.
Mm.
Kind of heavy, bulk 2, and then reloading is 1 action.
Let's go with the. Let's take a look at the The flintlock pistol, please.
Flintlock pistol. Less accurate than the musket, is a preferred weapon of privateers thanks to its more compact size and affordability. Pirate captains often wear a brace of such pistols in a bandolier so they can draw and fire without stopping to reload. I personally, I think the scatter gun is more your speed.
Yeah, okay, let's go with the scatter gun.
So
It's not elegant, but it'll get the job.
it's not elegant, but it gets the job done. So Teebs gets the dwarven scatter gun. A little kickback, and kickback is a weapon that is extra powerful and difficult to use. Firing, it gives a -2 to the attack roll, but characters with 14 or more strength ignore the penalty. You should be fine. We have something extra here. Teebs has extra on the wheel here. Let's see what this is. You get an extra skill selection, sir.
Nice.
So pick an extra skill for your liking. I don't know. I kind of like.
Let's go with intimidation. I understand it's a con check, but a charisma check. But
he's gonna go with it. He's still gonna go with it. All right. Let's just give you. Let's just give you some gear. It's just simple adventurers pack. So you get the bedroll, 10 pieces of chalk, flint and steel, 50 feet of rope, 2 weeks of ration soap, 5 torches, and a water skin. So we'll just give you the adventurers pack. Spells, you don't cast spells. Pets, you don't have an annual companion anyway, so it doesn't really matter. All of these things, deity is not set. If you have any of that, then you can let me know. What's your age, sir? Remember, dwarves age differently than
I understand, and I don't know how to tell you my age without you making some kind of joke out of it.
I promise I won't. I
don't think you're gonna keep that promise though.
Try me. I swear to God, I won't. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, I think I should be 75 years old.
75 is respectable. That's like a young teenage elf, I think.
Dwarf.
They live to be 250.
Right.
Gender. Pick a gender, sir.
Male.
Way to buck the trend. All right. You have one, so you get common and dwarven off the bat, and then you get one bonus language, and you can pick from the common list. So Draconic is dragons and reptilian humanoids. Elven, self-explanatory. Fae, so Fae, centaurs, plant and fungus creatures. Gnomish, self-explanatory. Goblins.
Is there a language particularly for the undead? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I need to go back and pick occultism as a skill and get rid of intimidation.
Okay.
And I need to see if there's some kind of undead language.
So the undead language would be Necril, which is uncommon. I'll allow that if you really want that.
But you see what I'm going for here.
I kind of do. So
I'm a Ghostbuster.
Yes. So we're taking the skill point out of intimidation and we're putting it into occultism.
That's correct.
Fuck, that's good. That's good. That's great. I can't believe you created a Ghostbuster in Pathfinder. That's amazing. See, this is fun. How could you not think this is fun? See, backpack, you got the proton pack, and then you got your scatter gun. Do you have a name for your character?
Give me a minute.
Oh, God. All right, while you figure out a name for your character, I will round out mine. So, as a sorcerer, I don't need weapons or anything. Gear is probably what I'm going to be going with. So, I need sorcerer's gear, which is here. I believe the sorcerer's gear or wizard gear, something like that. All right, we'll just go with adventurer's gear then. Oh, quick equipment package, sorcerer. That's what we're doing. So backpack, bedroll, flint and steel, 50 feet of rope, water skin, 2 sets of caltrops, adventure pack. Yeah, we're just give me the quick adventure package for sorcerer. Sling bullets. I guess if I want a weapon, So with the quick adventure pack for the sorcerer, you get the dagger and the sling based in, which is great. I love that. Defense. I am unarmored, and I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying to remember what armors I am proficient in. And sorry, this is where not great radio comes in, because I'm trying to figure out defense change. There we go. All right. So as a sorcerer, I want to say I'm proficient in light armor, but let me check the tapes on that. So another site that is very useful is this website called Archives of Nethys. Gives you everything you need to know. Everything.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah. Details, efficiencies. Alright, so I'm untrained in all armor. So I'm going in there with my dick in my hand.
Wow.
That's essentially what I'm doing. Which is fine. Can I at least put some clothes on? Can I have clothes? How about that? We'll worry about clothes later, especially since I'm not gonna be naked, but alright. Now comes to the fun part for me, which is spells. So as a sorcerer,
Oh,
I get 4 cantrips, a granted spell, and then 3 others at level 1. So as a sorcerer, caustic blast. So let's deal some acid damage.
how is that a cantrip?
That I don't know, but it is a cantrip, and it is 1d8 of acid damage with a basic reflex save. On a critical failure, the creature takes 1 persistent acid damage every round. That is a cantrip. That's pretty fucking great cantrip, if you ask me. Light is always good, because I do not have dark vision, so light is going to be important for me. Detect magic is freaking it. You have to be able to detect magic if you're a magic user. If you can't, then there's something wrong with you. And then we'll go with Frostbite. An orb of biting cold coalesces around your target, freezing its body, takes 2d4 cold damage with a basic fortitude save for, I'm guessing, half. So we'll accept that. And then I have granted spell, so I get detect magic 3. So I can switch this detect magic out. And Gale Blast will do. 2 action cantrip. Wind flows from my outstretched hands, whirls around in a 5-foot emanation. Each creature in the area takes 1d6 bludgeoning with a fortitude save. And on a critical failure, the creature takes double damage and it is pushed 10 feet away from me. Like that.
Comes in handy.
Comes in handy. You gotta spread the floor. You gotta spread the floor. Now, for my level 1 spells. Let's see, we have Fear. Fear's good. If you're debuffing, which is always nice, helps the melee attackers if the AC of certain creatures are down. So yeah, let's go with Fear. So we'll make things afraid. We'll make things afraid of us. So I have an acid. I have a wind. Let's get some fire in here some way, somehow. Although Mud Pit is kind of... Oh, there we go. Mystic Armor. Ward yourself with shimmering magical energy. +1 to AC. Maximum dex of +5. We like that. Scorching Blast. That's the one. That's the one I want. 1d6 persistent. So on a hit, 2d8 fire damage. On a critical hit, an additional 1d6 of persistent fire. So we'll go that. I'm really leaning into the Phoenix Sorcerer here. I understand that.
Get it. I get that.
But then I also get Burning Hands. So basically, just flames rushing from my hands and 2d6 fire damage in a 15-foot cone. So we like that.
How is that a... Oh, wait. That's an actual spell.
That's level 1.
Spell.
That is
Okay.
not a cantrip.
Okay.
Teebs is really upset about the fact that some of these things are cantrips.
Bro, cantrips are like tricks. They're like, oh, I can make my hair stand up and look like
No,
it's in the
man.
breeze all the time.
I also have arcane cantrips. Jesus, I get a lot of spells as a sorcerer. This is nice. I love this. Caustic blast. What other things can we get here? What other stuff? All right, so shield. I gotta get myself some AC here. And focus spells. I also get rejuvenating flames. So I can create a gout of flame. Interesting word choice. And I can heal 1d4 to allies, and those allies get +1 to fortitude saves for 1 minute. I have no need for rituals. I have weapons, but I'm good. All right, that's my sorcerer. And Teebs, have you decided on a name for your Ghostbuster?
Well, I just sent you a site in the chat.
Okay. So name generator. Okay, so dwarven names. So he sent me this link, so I'll copy this link and I'll put this into the screen that I'm sharing. Okay. Dwarf name generator. He's going male.
So I don't like
Would you like me to click where it says generate names?
Roaron Thunder
Croron
Thundercoat
Thundercoat.
is a very strong name. I'm gonna pass.
You're gonna take that one?
I'm gonna pass. Generate names.
All right. That's one. Shout out to Macy's for this website, I guess. I don't know. Crackle Smelt Face. That's not.
Crackle Smelt Mace.
I'll just do that.
I don't think that's the way to go. We're okay. We'll put that as a maybe. You can copy paste that one in. We'll go a couple more times. If we don't find anything better, we'll go with I'll be Crackle Smelt Mace, I guess.
All right. Generation number 3. Holy shit, that first name. Good luck with that one.
Grimmelthier Mithril Armor. Okay, that's your.
Wow. Okay. Well done. All right, last one here.
Wait.
Narnak Flatbrow.
I'm kind of feeling Nakalm Shadow Fury. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
It does sound like a very like I know it's not a thing, but it definitely sounds like a strong African American dwarf name.
Do you get to pick sub races, whether your dwarf can be black or whatever?
I wish. No, I guess I don't think so.
Okay, well, if you don't get to pick it, then that just means that means it's up for grabs, and I can just do it. That's fine.
Sure. Your dwarf can have dark skin. That's fine. So unknown. So I need to come up with a character name. I think
if you go back to that site down the bottom, there's other names that it will generate.
So dwarf.
All the way down.
All the way down. Oh, all right, cool. So we got elves. We got high elves. Get out of the way.
See, no one likes gnomes. No one likes
gnomes. So I'm gonna go with wizard names.
Yeah, wizard
dragon
names is fine. Wizard names is
wizard
fine.
names. All right, let's see. Legra, no thanks. Oh wait, male. I'm also running a male. Sorry, I apologize. Admus, Jamsey, Eindelos. That's strong. That's a strong one. I like that one. So we'll put a pin in that one. Third one, Salvathere.
How about Gunth? Solid name.
How is that
solid?
That's a fighter name. Get the hell out of here.
Gunth is not going to let you down. Okay.
Elixarchus? No. I kind of like that. I kind of like that first one. Eindelos is strong. All right, so those are our characters, and see that only took us an hour, and we are ready for combat. So we can take both of these characters to our local gaming emporium with these character sheets, and we could just jump right into Pathfinder Society. You're doing that this weekend, right? That's what you're doing instead of
Yeah,
watching
of
the
course.
Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
I'll be there. That's where you'll find me. Yup.
Teebs will be doing that instead of watching the Super Bowl.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. That might be the place to be.
The place to be will always be your local gaming emporium, comic book shop. If you're just chilling in the house, or just doing transportation, getting to work or school, or to the gaming emporium, you can always listen to the podcast. Listen, follow, subscribe to the podcast. We're available wherever you download your podcast. We are on all the social medias. Links are in the description of the YouTubes. I am going to print these character sheets out in PDF form, and I'm going to upload them to socials. And we're going to let some of our listeners, our nerd friends, pick apart every possible freaking thing wrong with our characters. Are you ready for
Nothing
this?
wrong with these characters. They're fine. They're perfectly fine. Just point me at some undead. I'm going to take them down.
Exactly. That's it. That's the podcast. We're going to get out of here. Until next week, we're out of here.
Feel for my brother. Feel for my brother. And as time passes by, I see an unsatisfied.